What is up, guys? The Strong Boys 19 here, and welcome back. Welcome to another live stream, if not the very last live stream for the month of December. I just thought I would do another one of these live streams just because the last one was a blast of when I did decide to show you all my vinyl collection. So I have the chat right in front of me on my laptop screen, and I have now decided to let the camera on my mobile that I'm using right now to make this live stream show my face off. And please please address to me, how are all of you doing? I hope you are doing very well and safe, and do let me know if the picture and audio quality are both good in their own rights. Excuse me. Should really hydrate. I've been hydrating quite a lot all day today because I did decide for myself to treat myself. Go to town after celebrating Christmas. Well, some people will say it is still the Christmas season, but yeah, hope you are doing very well for yourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. You can address to me anything you want during the stream. I am going to be streaming very confidently for about 2 hours or so, and what I'm going to be doing for this stream is just to see for yourselves what you've been up to. And I will also be showing off what I did decide to buy, and also show you the stuff that I got for my birthday and as well as Christmas. Obviously music related, and anybody's welcome. Anybody's welcome to join the stream and chat, interact with others who are watching me as well. So let's just get things up. All good to go. Guitar Storms, hey pal, hope all is well. I am doing very, very well, buddy. I hope you are as well. And if you want to check out my latest video that I did with Sedition Through Scorns, it is on my 15 favorite albums of 2021 with some honorable mentions. It's a near 2 hour long video, but it was totally worth it. And if you haven't checked it out already, please share a like and comment your favorite albums of the year list. Be mindful and wise. Hey Greg, hope all is going good for you. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. Be mindful and wise. And I hope you are doing well too. So what this really is just basically a similarity type of vibe like with the previous streams. And I would like to show you the stuff that I purchased first off, and we're just gonna have a chill. Ask me anything you want, and let's all keep this in a very positive mindset, because the last live stream was just all about interaction, and positivity is all what we want. Communication is also a very big important thing. And also, apologies for the weird movements on my my camera, because it's just like trying to always focus on my face. So I guess it looks annoying to you, as it does look annoying to me as I'm looking at the screen right now. So without any further ado, I'm going to dive into the stuff of albums that I've purchased. And here we go. This is just going to be in any very random particular order. Blackwater Rust. Hey, what the fuck is up, bitches? I will show that. Because your comment, be mindful and wise, and Guitar Storms will see that comment is upheld for review. But Blackwater Rust, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you are very well. And that picture, The Mantle by Agalok. What an album. What an album. So, here we go. As I said, no particular order for stuff that I will be showing. And this is just going to be on a big variety of genres. So, the first album that I decided to buy was an album that was meant to be shown in the previous update video, or previous 2 updates ago. I totally forgot to mention, and I apologize for that. And that is Pulp with the album Different Class. And I believe this is the original CD pressing. And I am also going to be very careful of purchasing this album on vinyl, because I know a lot of people had said that they hated multiple different re-releases and remasters of this album, because this was a very despised album in the re-released way of albums. So I am going to be hopefully making myself a chance of purchasing the original pressing of this album on vinyl. But this was the first Pulp CD that I did buy, and I really, really like it a lot. It's going to take me some more plays in mind for me to love the whole album. I do have His and Hers on vinyl, for those who have seen my update on that. But I really like a lot of this album. No wonder this has been celebrated as one of the best Britpop albums of all time. Came out in the mid-90s. This is on the Island Records label. You may not see that very well. I apologize. Yeah, I think it's trying to just focus on my face. But this is an amazing, amazing album. The next two... the next two are from one of my favorite artists in the current era and generation of hip-hop. And that is Kendrick Lamar. This album, Good Kid, Mad City, I've heard great things about this album. I do have To Pimp a Butterfly on vinyl as well. Haven't played this one yet. And I was at a bit of a Kendrick Lamar phase for a bit. I did listen to all of Damn all the way through on YouTube, but need to play this. However, I did play Untitled, Unmastered, the compilation album, mostly through leftovers from the To Pimp a Butterfly sessions. I actually love this. I really do love a lot of this stuff on this compilation. To Pimp a Butterfly is one of my favorite albums of the last decade. Blackwater Rust, The Mantle, is amazing indeed. I got the vinyl yesterday, that being Anthrax's Persistence of Time. That is an amazing album as well. To me, that is one of my top 5 favorite Anthrax albums. I'll be getting a new vinyl soon. That's awesome. The Anthrax one is from Be Mindful and Wise. Great choices. Kendrick Lamar is a legend in hip-hop. I want a new Kendrick album so bad. Yeah, I know. And I know that he's done some involvement on the Black Panther soundtrack. But anyways, Untitled, Unmastered, just as fantastic. It's near perfection to me. This is just as strong as To Pimp a Butterfly. But this one, Good Kid, Mad City, I need to play all the way through. So I haven't played that one yet. Also, I haven't got Section 80 yet. The next pile of albums are some that I did buy from earlier today. Went to HMV and decided to go in a bit of a newer type of move for new music, as well as some of the previous eras of albums. So I'll start with the previous eras of albums first. The first album from one of the Wu-Tang Clan members, and that is Raekwon, with this album entitled Only Built for Cuban Links. I always admired this album cover, and I have not played this all the way through yet. I almost was tempting to buy A Tribe Called Quest's first album, Low End Theory, but this one really did caught my eye, and I've been meaning to check this one out. And also, I think it was Liquid Swords album. I think that's one of the members, right? I could be wrong, but I know which one I'm thinking about in my head. I'm really looking forward to dive in with this album. And the other album is the Stooges with Raw Power. Thankfully, this is the Iggy Pop version. This was the re-release from '97. I didn't buy the one where it did have the Bowie mix because a lot of fans hated that version, but I haven't played this. I really do know some tracks off of this, including Raw Power and Search and Destroy. But I really do love the Stooges. I know it's Iggy and the Stooges, but I just prefer to call them the Stooges. So, yeah, one of the pioneers of proto-punk, and it's just insane that they are still relevant as pioneers of the genre. My favorite Stooges album is Funhouse. That's an album that I need to review for Classic Albums Revisited, so I will make my mind on doing that one. Uh, Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links is one of the best Wu-Tang solo albums. That's another reason why a lot of people rave about that one. A Tribe Called Quest. Ooh. Guitar Storm's Raw Power is a great record. Be Mindful and Wise, great choice with the Stooges as well. Stooges rule, says Blackwater Rust. So, yeah, I am going to be tempting to buy a lot of the solo albums from the Wu-Tang Clan members. I do love Old Dirty Bastard, though, because he's my personal favourite member from the Wu. So, yeah. Anyway, this is Raw Power from the Stooges. Next album. I really am very familiar with a few tracks and a few hits from this group. That is the Chemical Brothers with this album, Surrender. I am so looking forward to dive in with this record, and I wanted to go and dive into a really open way of hearing some more of the dancey waves, electronic-ish kind of scenario, you know, like with Prodigy in a way. Excuse me. But I know that the Chemical Brothers have been known as one of the best groups for that reason. I love this album cover very, very much as well, and definitely something that I need to buy on vinyl too. The next album, I know this is from a hip-hop artist that was pretty much disliked, but with later albums, he did receive a lot of better attention and acclaim, and it is Tyler, the Creator, with Igor. I did not expect this album to be that good, to be honest with you. And I know that Call Me If You Get Lost did come out, and I did check that one out, by the way. Very, very good. But this one blew me away. It is quite challenging for some people. It's very lo-fi sounding, quite experimental. But I think this is a very strong album. I haven't heard of Scumfuck or Flower Boy yet, but Tyler, the Creator, was one of those artists that I was really away from because of how many people dislike him on the earlier albums. But this one made me respect him quite a lot more with his own artistic expression. Another hip-hop album that I wanted to buy on vinyl, but I didn't. It was, you know what I'm saying, from Danny Brown? Excuse me. And I was really looking at my wallet a lot of the time because of the limit of money that I did take to spend on these albums. But anyways, this is a great, great album. And I was surprised that Columbia Records was involved to release this. So anyway, that is Igor from Tyler, the Creator. I have not given the Chemical Brothers a listen. I highly recommend. Apologies for the noises, Discord notifications, because of watching Twitch streamers a lot. Tyler, the Creator's Igor is a great album, and he has matured a lot as an artist, and I do agree. If there's some lagging going on, I do apologize. Hang on a minute, guys. Hopefully this won't fuck up some things. Just trying to get rid of some of these notifications because it's starting to lag a bit. And I do know that on my end. One sec, guys. So yeah, if it's still going to be laggy, I apologize. I've cleared enough notifications for now on my mobile. Actually, I'm gonna... Did I turn off the notifications on the Discord settings? I don't think I did on my mobile, which I should have done. I disabled them on the desktop, but I'll carry on. Sorry about that, guys. Modern Tyler, the Creator, is amazing, definitely. Flower Boy is my favourite. I need to dive into Flower Boy then. And again, from Blackwater Rust, Danny Brown is one of my favourites. He is as well as my favourites, as I was diving into some more of the later stuff of hip-hop. And Atrocity Exhibition, what an album. So it's still lagging a bit, guys. Is the audio still good? Is the picture quality good on your end? Please let me know. Next album. This is from a group, well, a solo artist, I should really say, like Tyler, the Creator. I know that loads of people always will give this one high positive reviews, and it did get me curious to dive into this record. That is Frank Ocean with the album Channel Orange. Channel Orange was something that I was really interested to check this out because I did see some of the influences that Frank did have in mind on the Wikipedia page about this album. So Channel Orange is one of these that I am really looking forward to dive in with this. So if you have heard of this, guys, please let me know. Please let me know about this album if it's that amazing as many people say that it is. So the next album, this is a CD that I did get for Christmas, and that is the Talking Heads album Remain in Light. I absolutely adore this album. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. So this is the only Talking Heads album that I did buy for now on CD. I do have the original pressing of this album on vinyl, and I did play this. Still just amazing. Absolutely one of the classic albums of 1980s music, in my opinion, and as well as of all time. Right, so I presume that is almost all the CDs. Right, let's go on to the records I did get for Christmas and the records I did buy from HMV. The CDs that I did just display this pile. Yeah, from this pile are from the HMV trip. Pair of Jeans reviews. How's it going, buddy? Hope you are doing well, and really looking forward to see some more videos from you. Hope you are doing very well. Sorry that the camera lagging is ass, but Blackwater Rust did say that the audio is still good, so thank you very much, mate. Sedition through Scorns. How's it going, man? Finally got the YouTube notifications that you went live. Since the app's been giving me some issues lately, but I am glad to be here witnessing your music update. It's been a privilege to see you here all the time, and thank you very much for being a guest. So as I said earlier in the stream, for those that did tune in, me and Jake did a video on our 15 favorite albums of 2021 with the honorable mentions included, and shared that video. Give it a like and comment, because we are going to be looking at your comments for those that are going to be tuning into that video. Blackwater Rust Channel Orange is a pretty good album. Very good choice with Talking Heads album Remain in Light. Blackwater Rust, ooh, you got the Talking Heads magnum opus. Yes, I do indeed. Sorry for the lagging if it's really taking the piss, because it is to me. it never happens like this before at all. Also, if there's going to be a notification pop up on my phone, hopefully there won't be. I will quickly remove that and see myself on the screen on this mobile again. Work, 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 my dude. Lol. Doesn't look bad to me. Well, fair enough. So let's just see which couple of videos are you going to be making next. Shout out to Pair of Jeans Reviews, as he's done a lot of videos, tons of album lists in metal genres and loads of different varieties of others. He's done a lot onto the metal side, the rock side, loads of new album reviews, many discography rankings. So definitely give Pair of Jeans a lot more recognition, needs to be deserving a lot more subscribers. So anyways, the Christmas records that I did receive. This is the music on vinyl pressing of Da Capo from Love. This is their second album, and I do have the vinyl of Forever Changes, which is a classic album, but I would like to buy a remaster of this album Forever Changes that I've just addressed, because you know it is one of the best psychedelic and 60s albums of all time. But Da Capo is one of those albums that I need to check out, so this is one of the reasons why this was on my Christmas list. Music on vinyl from Australia. Much love to this label. Absolutely brilliant company for making some of the best remastered sounds. 180-gram audio file pressing as well. So that is Da Capo from Love. And the last thing, I did show this from my previous video, the CD version of this, but it's in part of this box set. That is the Neil Young and Crazy Horse album of Barn. And this does contain an envelope of a few pictures and photos. It does come with the CD release of this, and as well as the vinyl and a bonus Blu-ray release of Neil Young and the company performing these songs inside the barn. But I've already addressed my personal views about this album in my review, and this was one of my favorite albums of 2021. So, yeah, this is in part of the Neil Young archives, as he has released a lot. He has released a lot of releases through these multiple releases on the archives. So, yeah, there you go. That's Barn by Neil Young and Crazy Horse. POJ does it all. That is true, Blackwater Rust. I need to check that album out. The only Love album I've heard is Forever Changes. That was my first one as well. Another one from Be Mindful and Wise. I need to check out that new Neil Young album as well. So, yeah. Wait. I just looked at Pair of Jeans Reviews comment. Holy shit, dude. I met Neil Young in a toy store like 10 years ago. Super cool dude. And probably the most random celebrity encounter of all time. What the fuck? Dude, that is amazing. I would absolutely love to see Neil Young live, because he is, to me, the greatest rock Canadian solo artist of all time, besides Joni Mitchell at that. But I am a huge fan of Neil Young. But what a surprise. You know, it's like with George Fisher from Cannibal Corpse buying a shitload of toys in a toy store. You remember that video, guys? So, that was absolutely awesome, mate. Yeah. I always admire the guy, and while he has been very political in some more recent albums, but I love his music. I've been at a bit of a phase with him lately, playing some stuff from the Weld live album, Ragged Glory, and a few from Freedom, which is to me his best underrated album. But I could go on about Neil Young. I'm a big fan, as I just said. I love a ton of his work. Anyways, moving on from that. That was awesome. The few records from HMV I did buy. This live album here that I'm going to show was one of them that was on my Christmas list. And while there was a box set version of this, as well as the separate releases of the vinyl and as well as the CD, I just decided to just buy the Blu-ray, the triple vinyl release of this, and that is Oasis Live at Nebworth 1996. And it is a trifold pressing. As you can see, it's got a lot of songs, and three of them, I think it's three of them. No, two. Two of them were new tracks at this point that would later on be included on the Be Here Now album. But this is what the trifold looks like. And if you can see that guy right there, that's the Stone Roses guitar player John Squire. Beautiful look of the trifold. The pain in the ass thing is that when you buy a triple vinyl pressing, the record is inside the middle sleeve. So I have to really get the record out from the middle point of the trifold. It's a pain in the ass. I hate pressings like that. But I'm so excited to hear what this is like. So this was skyrocketing in the charts when this came out, and I'm so looking forward to this because I love a bit of Oasis live. The next album, this is from a record that I've been meaning to check out, and since some of you guys know that I am a big fan of jazz, a big fan of jazz fusion as well, this is the 3-hour long album box set of Kamasi Washington's The Epic. When I spotted this, I just went in, grabbed it, because I've been meaning to check this one out. The packaging, the looks, the detail, all beautiful. The worst thing about this box set is that you can see the records inside. They're so attached together. Even some two pieces of insert sleeves. These fucking records were an ass to take out and put back in. I just wish that there would have been some more free space for this box set. But anyways, so excited for this. Really anticipated to dive into this box set. He was buying like toy trains for his son. Yes, I know, and seeing that his son is a fan of trains. He was playing somewhere in Jersey, but I guess just went to Red Bank for a while. Nice Oasis. Sedition Through Scorns. Speaking of George Fisher, he actually liked my message when I posted a photo of him buying a Lego set on Instagram. And back of my mind, I was like, holy crap, he actually knew who I was. And I bet he does, mate. Yes, Kamasi Washington is epic. Okay, Be Mindful and Wise at Sedition Through Scorns. That's awesome. I just picked up Cannibal Corpse's new album on CD. That's what I love to see. A lot of interaction already. And do chat amongst yourselves while you watch me and listen while I would like to interact with you guys as well. And the last thing that I will show for vinyl-wise, this was a record that I decided to revisit while I was ill. Let's just say it's more of a cold. I don't want to say the thing, but this was my favorite band. For those that know me very, very well, this was my favorite band when I was like in my early teens. So when I spotted this, I just went in and put it in my HMV shopping basket. This is the 2017 remaster of Green Day's Nimrod. I don't care what anyone says. This is when Green Day used to be awesome. Yes, you get American Idiot, which is a very good album. I do like Warning, but I think the trilogy of Dookie, Insomniac, and this was when Green Day were at their prime. Insomniac is my favourite Green Day album. This was at the time that I was so obsessed. It's just a standard black vinyl, but on side 4, it's the etched design of Green Day's logo, just in black. I love this album, and I think this is pretty much overlooked. Great, great album. This has some of their best tracks, best underrated tracks, and you know, it's just given me so much nostalgia to revisit one of my very first favorite bands at the time. So anyways, that is the 2017 remaster of Green Day's Nimrod. And the last thing that I am going to be displaying for this update is the t-shirt that I'm wearing. This is my ordered Slipknots T-shirt. This was when they were selling different merchandise for the Christmas sale. You can see the band's logo right there, and the band name on the other end. And I don't know if you can see this correctly, guys. It has the barcode at the top of the shirt. Can you see that? But anyways, I absolutely love this shirt. And it's personally maybe my new favourite Slipknot t-shirt. I do love my white Iowa 20th anniversary shirt, but this one is just as awesome. Nimrod is awesome. Says Blackwater Rust. Be mindful and wise. I actually like older Green Day as well. Sedition through Scorns. Nimrod was the last good Green Day album I enjoyed. Parts of American Idiot was okay, but after that I never bothered listening to anything else. That's fair enough. Too bad Father of All was an absolute dumpster fire. That album is one of the worst that I've ever listened to from such a nostalgia-made band. It was so bad that it's one of the worst albums of the decade. Nice Slipknot shirt. I just got a Testament Brotherhood of the Snake shirt that I'm wearing today. That's awesome. Hopefully Testament will be making another album. Or maybe Dark Angel, believe it or not. Yeah, you did see it. I hope you guys did see the logo. Well, the barcode logo. I wish I could have made this better, guys. Let me try something. No, it's still... I was flipping the camera to the other side, and I have no idea how I could fix this. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I apologize for this, guys. Never happened to me before. Let me check the battery as well. 50%. Yeah, I was charging my mobile before doing this. Are you a fan of the band Cynic? I do know the band name of Cynic, but have not heard of the music a lot. But from what I've heard, I really do enjoy some bands that do sound pretty good to me. It just depends on who inspires me and what intrigues me to buy the music. No need to apologize. Thank you, Blackwater Rust. So, personally, guys, that is all I have to show for my small-ish little update, and it's just going to be a hangout from now on. So, if you have anything to say, feel free to address as long as you want to say multiple questions while the stream's going, and as well as interact with you guys and also talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Because I am going to be multitasking for this stream tonight. I'm going to be chatting with you as much as looking at the comments, especially like that fucking asshole who was negative about the whole attitude of himself and dissing Pair of Jeans reviews from the vinyl collection livestream. So, how's it going, guys? Did you have a nice Christmas, by the way? And I will wish you all a very happy new year. Hopefully 2022 will be an absolute belter, or just better, I should say, of a new year. Belter is a random word that some people say, like, if they hear a song or see a band live, like, that's belter, that's a banger of a tune, or something like that. What was worse, Van Morrison's terrible album or Psycho Sinner? I still think Van Morrison's new album is worse, because it's longer of an album, and I just couldn't bear listening to the album again. Because with Psycho Sinner, it's a lot more laughable and cringeworthy. The new Van Morrison album is, to me, trash. And I know some Van Morrison fans will say the total opposite reaction and opinions about the album, and if you are one of these people, that's totally fine by me. But his behavior on that album was just some of the worst things of any attitude that I've heard of from any solo artist. Which Van Morrison album is your favourite? Bergie says. My favourite Van Morrison album is Moondance. That is still one of my top 50 favourite albums of all time. Cynic's Traced in Air is their best album to me. I'll have to check out some Cynic. Any new guitar gear? New guitar gear, I don't think so. I haven't really been buying a lot of gear for my pedal board, or just more guitars in general, because when I buy a guitar, it just depends on what I'm inspired from, and each guitar, most of them being Gibson Les Pauls that I buy, have their own identity and inspiration. That's what I like to call it. What would be your goal for music in 2022, as far as collecting, purchasing, reviewing albums, etc.? I think that what would be my goal for music? For me, being a musician, I would like to be very productive and make as many music as much as possible, with the band that I'm in, Hard Graft, being the band name. And just to be at a very positive mindset, be so productive. Do you feel you'll have more motivation than you ever done, or what improvements you like doing for 2022? I have the motivation to really come back into the positive mental attitude aspect, because that was not really a big improvement from what I've said on my personal addressing about this year. But the second half was really escalating into a lot of better state mentally and physically. But for improvements, I think my improvement is to, really spend a lot of the time for myself and be in this really believable, open mindset that everything is okay, and to never let the negatives get me down too brutally. One of the resolutions I have for me is to have some weight loss. And here's the random thing. I was originally going to lose some more weight for this entire month, but since it's been very difficult and Christmas just took a toll, you just couldn't resist on eating a lot of the fat, of the crisps, the chocolate. So I used to weigh 10 stone 9, and now I weigh 10 stone 12 pounds. So, big New Year resolution, be a lot more fit and, be at a slimmer type of look. I have a bit of a belly now. Besides that, I was drinking quite a lot of beer. I don't like having a big belly of getting fat, or a beer belly at all. And especially when I try to wear some clothing, that they are a bit of a struggle sometimes. Oh, that's random. I had a great Christmas this year. That's awesome. Very happy to hear that. Be mindful and wise. I had a great Christmas. I got a 12-string acoustic guitar. That is awesome. That is awesome. Blackwater Rust. Be mindful and wise. Other CDs I bought yesterday were At the Gates, The Nightmare of Being, Autopsy's Severed Survival, and The Sword's Age of Winters. Some really good picks there, mate. And I actually did buy At the Gates' album, The Nightmare of Being, which was the first At the Gates album that I did buy, because a lot of people raved about it. I really did like it. It's still the sound of the vocals. The vocals don't really grab with me, as well as the sound of the vocals on earlier albums. I completely agree on Moondance, says Bergie. Guitar Storms, I got a Fender Telecaster, totally different sound to what I'm used to. That's a good thing though, because variety, I would say, is very open and important to hear and make music in a totally different way. But I do like Fender Telecasters. One of my other favorite guitars, I prefer them to the Fender Jaguars, to be brutally honest with you. What about home recording solo stuff? Home recording solo, I do have a music room that's next to this bedroom, is like the next room. I do have some space and a Zoom 16-channel recording machine that I use to make music with my equipment and gear. But in terms of sharing what I want to share, I think I would like to share just a random selection of covers that I hopefully want to do very comfortably, because with YouTube, copywriting covers without using actual music is absolute bullshit to me. So I'm going to have to be careful with that. A big belly helps you in the winter, but it doesn't help with the weight. Blackwater Rust, Thomas's vocals on At the Gates is definitely an acquired taste. It's not that I don't like the sound of the vocals. It's just the way that the tone was that was kind of distracting, because I did like what I was hearing instrumentally and musically. What are your most anticipated albums of 2022? I hope the new Slipknot album will be coming out. There's a new Immolation album coming out. Maybe a new Megadeth album. I know that Korn are releasing a new album entitled Requiem, and I have heard, according to Jonathan Davis, that the band did release 9 songs for the new album to be released, and yet they've made 15 songs. So I don't understand why they decide to put in 9 out of the whole 15 tracks for the new record. It's going to be their shortest album too, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. Says that for me being a massive Korn fan. Excuse me. Megadeth in 2022. I also need to come back and review the rest of Megadeth's discography. And discographies coming up. Yes, I was going to do them in November and December, but I apologize. Upcoming discographies. Machine Head to Fear Factory, and I am also going to continue the Korn discography and Mastodon as well. I also need to finish off the discography onto Cryptopsy. Yeah, Cryptopsy. I've been halfway through the discography, but I've not finished the discography ever since. Sedition Through Scorns, For Me, Dark Funeral, Immolation, Septic Flesh, Abigail Williams, Possibly Dying Fetus, Rotting Christ, Dimmu Borgir, excuse me, and other more in 2022. Korn versus Slipknot. Personally, it's Slipknot because they've been the number one band for me. Korn still holds a very strong place in myself. Oh, new Devin Townsend album, Lightwork. New Devin Townsend, that's going to come out, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I believe it's going to be more of a follow-up to Empath than the previous 2 records that he did put out earlier in the later half of this year. I'd go with Slipknot, even though it's hard to top the first 4 Korn albums. Yeah, the first few Korn albums are strong to me. My personal favorite eras from Korn in terms of the length, the first album all the way to Untouchables. But I am a fan of Korn 3, and I really like the Paradigm Shift. Even the Untitled album, to a certain extent, it's very underrated. The Nothing is brilliant too. I do like the Serenity of Suffering, but I need to come back to the discography and give you guys my in-depth reviews on every album. Although I did review the Paradigm Shift when that came out, when I was doing one of those first earlier collaborative videos with Hogan, one of my other friends who I need to keep in contact with on Facebook. I really liked The Nothing. It was the best modern day sounding album by Korn, but you can't beat the first 5 records, especially Life is Peachy and Issues being my favourites. Life is Peachy is always my favourite Korn album, but Issues, that could have been another classic record. I really like a lot of Issues. It's one of my main favourite Korn albums that I personally will play and pick over Follow the Leader. I have such a personal strong connection with Korn's first 6 albums. Okay. I like Slipknot, but they did lose me a little after Iowa. They started to win me back on We Are Not Your Kind. I think We Are Not Your Kind is the best Slipknot album to date. While there are a few flaws, I can understand that some people don't like the interludes and I'm still not a fan of Spiders, but I do love a lot of the album. But I am curious to hear what this new album is going to be like. I will have to say though that the Chapeltown Rag is one of my least favorite Slipknot singles. It's not bad. I still think it's very good. The chorus is lacking a little bit, and the bridge section to me was personally a bit lackluster as well. Didn't really gel with me. I think the best new Slipknot single in this current era, some of them has to go to All Out Life and Birth of the Cruel and Solway Firth. I mean, I did love the Negative One when that came out, but the singles from the new album, soon to be second to latest album, and even All Out Life, the singles were brilliant. Um, the Nothing and the Serenity of Suffering were great comeback albums from Korn. Guitar Storm's latest Mastodon album rocks. Yes, that album, I did talk about it in my favorite albums of 2021 video, and it's going to be one of those albums where some Mastodon fans will have to appreciate it a little bit more over time. Be Mindful and Wise, Fred Durst is the reason why Limp Bizkit is so hated. The other musicians in the band are great. That's the biggest problem for Limp Bizkit for me. Despite Fred Durst, the rest of the musicians sounded great, especially on some of their earlier hits. But with Fred Durst into his Durstisms and the durstiest of Durst antics, oh, it's so bad that it's sometimes laughable, but sometimes it just ruins what I was really liking on Limp Bizkit's music. Gothic Gamer 666. Hello, my fellow Slipknot fan. Hello to you, Gothic Gamer. Hope you are doing very well, and thank you for popping into the stream. Blackwater Rust. We Are Not Your Kind is my number 2. Iowa is amazing. I still think that Iowa is my second favorite Slipknot album. Speaking of Slipknot, guys, now that you've mentioned it, I know I've been slacking on the 2 reviews for Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses, and All Hope Is Gone. That is because that I haven't got anybody else as a guest to review any of those 2 albums with me. So I will get back on track, and maybe one of you guys is interested enough to review the albums, or even one of them with me, because I haven't thought of anybody else to make another guest appearance or a new first time guest appearance with me for the reviews on those 2 Slipknot albums, the dedicated series. Yeah, I was disappointed with the new single. Solway Firth is killer. You know that Solway Firth is an actual place in Scotland. That is a clever way for a track title choice. Are you a fan of the band Him? I actually did like a bit of Him, but they're not one of those bands that I would buy or anything. I really appreciate who they are, and for another band being involved in the Finnish music scene, but they're not one of those that really grabbed with me. Guitar Storm's Turbo Negro singer, What a Loss. I'm not very familiar with that band, unfortunately, so I can't really address any words on that. Gothic Gamer 666. I would like to request you do Bloodbath albums, which is a Swedish death metal formed in 1998, if that's okay. I do like Bloodbath, but I have to really absorb them enough for me to review the discography. Gothic Gamer, I do like the sound of them, but in terms of reviewing the albums, maybe this fucking lagging on this camera, guys. I am so sorry, guys. It's pissing me off, but I'm very glad that the audio is all good. Be mindful and wise. I've been collecting more vinyl now. I got Typo Negatives, October Rust, and Black Sabbath's Paranoid on vinyl this month. Excellent choices there. Be mindful and wise. Blackwater Rust, Michael Ackerfeld is God. Yes, speaking of Opeth, I've been getting into a lot of Opeth. For those that have seen some of the previous updates, I have now got all of their heavier albums on CD. I need to buy their latest album on CD. I do have Heritage and Sorcerer on CD as well. Heaven and Hell reissue was great. Says Guitar Storms. Do you mean the deluxe edition 2 CD? A reissue of that Black Sabbath album? Guitar Storms. I believe so. Check out the Sabotage Live CD with box set, amazing. I actually did, because I did buy the box set. It is possibly the best live album in the classic lineup of Black Sabbath that I have listened to. I did a review / unboxing of that box set, by the way. Be mindful and wise. Opeth is amazing. I got Morning Rise on CD this month. That's a very good one too. He says, are you a fan of the band Gorguts? That is another band that I am going to be discovering. I know that Colored Sands did come out. The cover art is awesome, but I need to dive into that album. And as well as the others. Okay, yeah, he did mean the Heaven and Hell reissue. I don't have the reissue yet. I have a bit of a Black Sabbath collection, but I do have the deluxe editions of Master of Reality and The Eternal Idol. Oh, and also I have got Past Lives as well. So, yeah. Maybe I will buy the deluxe editions of the other Sabbath albums, and I will buy Born Again, the deluxe edition, because my 2004 remaster from Sanctuary, the CD of it has been skipping, and it has been a really difficult time. So I need to maybe rebuy it again. Gorguts is great, but definitely not the easiest band to get into. I am in it for the challenge. You know that I love some challenging music. I mean, some stuff from like these artists. So, yeah. Super Metal 1993! Ryan! Holy shit. It's been an absolute big while since I've last seen you, mate. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, Ryan, the lagging is not what this usually happens whatsoever. This is not meant to be like this. But I'm very happy that you are here. Guys, go and subscribe to Super Metal 1993. He's an awesome guy, a big metalhead, does tons of update videos and some album reviews. Another UK viewer and subscriber. Give this channel a lot of love. Please go open up a tab separately on YouTube. Check out his channel and subscribe to him. He's been one of my favourite people, one of my favourite YouTubers as well. Awesome dude. And I hope you are doing very well. You babe, for fuck's sake. You babe. You guy. Blackwater Rust. But since you do like stuff like Mr. Bungle, sorry for the lagging, guys, if that happened. But since you do like stuff like Mr. Bungle, you might love some of their album Obscura. I know the band's name, Obscura. I may have heard of the band before. Guitar Storms, Glenn Tipton will play on the new Judas Priest record, confirmed by Rob Halford. If that is true, that is awesome. Because I know that he's been going through Parkinson's disease. I will wish him luck for that. Thank you so much. You are welcome, Ryan. Gothic Gamer. I subscribe to him, and he's an inspirational. He's an inspirational. He is indeed. Ryan is a cool dude, super informative, and has a banging CD collection. He has a massive one, a big, massive one at that. His collection is, a lot larger than mine. That's not all of it. That's not all of it, guys. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing a separate live stream of just showing my CD collection. But I am always more of a vinyl person, yet alone this year has been a very active one for me purchasing CDs. Whoa, was not expected Super Metal 1993 to show up. You introduced me to so many bands, Ryan. That's another thing. That's another thing that I love to see. With many YouTubers who are big fans of his or her other content, sharing compliments, being inspired, that is just a big, wonderful thing to have. And sharing a lot of the love for each other, even more, that's what we need to have. It's just a really big relationship, a big interaction, and something like that. That's just brilliant. You guys are making me blush fucking hell, dudes. Why is that held for review? Just because of swearing, YouTube. I accept comments that do involve swearing, and from people who I know of. I just subbed. Thank you, Blackwater Rust, for subscribing to Super Metal 1993. What three bands have you been bashing lately, mate? For me, it's Between the Buried and Me, Fear Factory, and Opeth. I've been bashing a lot of Devin Townsend / Strapping Young Lad, as I've gotten into him last year. I know that's way too late. I've been blasting out some new albums, and who else? I've been blasting out, some great records from King Crimson, and also to bit of other ones like Oasis, Stone Roses. Been playing Kendrick Lamar. I've just been listening to various random albums, and even listening to some through Twitch streamers. So just a very big random selection, mate. Well, I'm very glad you are doing well yourself, Ryan, and great choices. Gothic Gamer 666. Once again, I would like to request you to do Asphyx, the death metal formed in 1987. Kendrick Lamar is sick, very underrated. I think Kendrick Lamar, along with Danny Brown and Death Grips, are the three best hip-hop artists of this generation. But for Gothic Gamers requests, I know you've mentioned and requested me to do Bloodbath. That is another band, though, that I do know about. Guitar Storms, the band, excuse the name, please, for really extreme playing. Anal Cunt, very extreme and groundbreaking. The singer did the scream on the intro to Pantera's The Great Southern Trend. Yes, I do know that. Um, I used to listen to a bit of Anal Cunt, so very over the top, random grindcore outfit. But anyways, guys, I hope you have subscribed to Super Metal 1993, and do let me know what you think of his channel. For those who are new to his channel, it will be absolutely worth it. Bloodbath Kick Arse, one of the best bands I've seen live. Sounds very cool. It took me a while to digest into Tyler the Creator, since his music is very abstract and thought-provoking at times, but also experimental, but seeing his music get more love is astonishing. That was very surprising for me as well, because Tyler the Creator was one of those artists that some people are not accepting as much as the obvious ones. But since I have now bought Igor on CD, and that it blew me away on YouTube, I just think that Igor was just a huge surprise for me. Be Mindful and Wise, The Great Southern Trendkill is awesome album, and my third favourite from Pantera after Vulgar Display of Power and Far Beyond Driven. I think The Great Southern Trendkill is very underrated, and it is my third favourite as well. I prefer that album over Cowboys. One sec, guys. Not sure if I get a random message on Instagram from somebody. Bear with me for a bit, guys. Keep this stream up and running. No, it's not. Nah. Boontar Jones, a viewer from Blank Pages community on Twitch. I hope you are very well, mate. And much love to you and the family. Igor is nothing short of amazing. So, I am really glad that you are here, Boontar. It's been awesome to know you as one of the moderators for Blank Page, and also send my love to the rest of the other mods as well. So, I know I've mentioned Twitch a few times now, guys, that I do have a Twitch account. I am actually not sure about streaming on the website, because there were moments for me that I was so eager to stream and try it out for the first time, though I will not be making it like a money thing. It'll be just for fun thing. And if that is all good for Twitch without giving me money, then that is awesome. But since that I've been streaming on this channel on YouTube for some time, I think I would like to still be very active on YouTube for streaming. But I'm not sure. Maybe for streaming on Twitch. Super Metal 1993. I'm listening to the Grave at the moment. Great deathcore from Australia. But I've been listening to Cowboys from Hell a lot lately. That's a very good album, but I don't like the guitar tone almost at all, mate. I think the guitar tone from Vulgar and even Far are at some of the better tones in Pantera's sound. Be Mindful and Wise. Are you a fan of Sadus? Steve DeJorgos, sorry for the mispronunciation, who played in Death and Testament. Okay. That name, I'm not familiar with that one, mate. But remind me again if I forget, if I will do another live stream. Which I will do in the new year. Blackwater Rust, I do like early Tyler as well when he was edgy. Ryan says Igor is so abstract, but they are so sick. It was something very much of the time, but with this current state of hip hop, Igor to me is one of the other original albums in the genre. And I don't normally like to listen to a lot of modern trap and a lot of rap because there's just a lot of the other ones that to me sound like absolute crap. Too many artists of little whoever he is. Um, and, with like Lil Baby, Lil Xan, and Lil Peep, whatever, don't like those kind of artists. And for some that many people praise that I think are overrated, like Kanye West and Drake. But with, like I said about Danny Brown, Tyler the Creator, Death Grips, and Kendrick Lamar, these are the types of sounds that I really like in modern hip hop. Time for me to hit the road on the night shift tonight, but I wish you all good health and happiness and great positive vibes for 2022. Keep on rocking in the free world. Thank you so much, Guitar Storms. Much love to you. Thank you so much for being an awesome guy as well. And share some love for Guitar Storms, please, chat. Be mindful and wise. I like the early Tyler the Creator as well, but his later albums are much better. I'm going to lose subs for this, but Far Beyond Driven is their best album. But in general, Dime's tone was awful. Fight me. I have a bit of nostalgia for hearing that tone. I think that's a better tone, but for me, the best Pantera guitar tone is on on Vulgar Display of Power. Almost spilled the beans there. But yeah, I have a bit of nostalgia on the guitar tone for Far Beyond Driven. I do like the great Southern Trendkills sound as well. Are we talking about the same Igor? Boontar. Oh, dude. You do like to be at your own shenanigans, your own randomness. So, for those that don't know who Boontar Jones is, as I said, he's one of the moderators for Blank Page on Twitch. But he is a cool guy. He does love a lot of music as well. But I am glad you are here. Hope you had a great Christmas as well, mate. Lil Xan was horrible. Lil Xan is one of the worst, most unoriginal artists in the genre. Total Xanarchy. What an abomination of an album. In my opinion. Blackwater Rust, I like Kanye's first 3 albums, but that's about it. That's fair enough. Be Mindful and Wise. I've been revisiting Lamb of God's Ashes of the Wake. That's an amazing album, and Lamb of God will never top that one. I think Ashes of the Wake is a very, very strong record. But it's always a point for me that I would either pick that one or Sacrament. Although I think Wrath is very, very good. Resolution's underrated as well. Excuse me. So, yeah. I really do like some Lamb of God. But the new album, well, from last year, the new album, when that came out, I actually don't think it's that strong. It's a good album, it's solid, but it's maybe my least favorite Lamb of God album. I don't love it as much as many people do. It's kind of a bit overhyped as well. Like with Iron Maiden's Senjutsu, and that's another album that many people will say that's like one of their best albums, but in my opinion, I don't agree with that. But yeah, Sacrament was another 10 out of 10, but Ashes will remain my favourite. Fair enough. Sacrament was personally maybe my main favourite Lamb of God album. How am I doing on the battery? 37%. Okay. I am going to be on for 45 minutes. And this stream is just very, very nice and chill. And hope you are digging the stream a lot as well. And once again, Super Metal 1993. It's a massive surprise that you decide to come on down to the stream, because you've not been very active on your channel a lot, and you've been very less active for making videos. But when Ryan comes back, guys, do share his channel around. The new album is better than Saturn on Drang or Sturm on Drang. I actually think that album is better than the new Lamb of God album. Not to say that the new one is weak or anything. It's sometimes very forgettable, and like, you know, it's not as memorable as the other Lamb of God albums, to me at least. But I'm just in it for really saying that the earlier Lamb of God is the best era of the band. And, you know, you can say what you really want to say about other choices for albums. But yeah, I think that Lamb of God are still a very consistent band. Very consistent. So, food-wise, not that I talk about it a lot here, I've been back to buying this vegan food, like a burrito thing, of this. And I did decide to buy 2 of these. Not that I am full vegan, I'm a vegetarian, but this vegan meal was delicious. And you know, it's one of those foods that totally blew me away. And I've been meaning to really come back into my obsession of like trying to be healthy and eat a lot of salad, healthy foods. I love that kind of stuff. Quiches, cheese, salads involving, you know, mayonnaise and tomatoes, all that great stuff. I took a hiatus from YouTube as I lost my passion / spark, but I'm hoping next year to find the love again. Fingers crossed. That is understandable, buddy. That's so fair. Be mindful and wise. Are you a fan of Death Angel? I know you own the Dream Cause for Blood, but have you checked out other albums from them? I haven't checked out the other albums from this band, but they are a great modern era thrash band. Well, I know they've been around since like the 80s. It's a fun band from Blackwater Rust. I do agree. But really, my personal favourite thrash album, for those that have not seen my latest video yet, I will mention this one. This was my favourite thrash album of the year, which is Evil's Hell Unleashed. I will not say my top 5, guys, so you'll have to see the video for yourself. I know I've mentioned that video more than a few times now, but do share your comments and spread a lot of the love and interaction for the video and the channel, and give some support to Sedition Through Scorns as well. They certainly are. They probably are my favourite thrash metal band. That's a very cool choice there, Be Mindful and Wise. Midnight Social. How's it going? Have you heard the KK Priest album's Sermons of the Sinner? It's my contender for album of the year. I know that Andy had mentioned that one to me. I did check it out. I really did like it. Not one of those that blew me away, but I think that it is still a very inspired, really good sounding album. Evil is one of my favourite modern thrash bands alongside Skeleton Witch, Warbringer, and Havoc. Havoc is another favourite of mine, but I was not a fan of their album 5 when that came out. Felt more of a job than a hobby, and it played with my mental health, but I still love music. Here's the thing. It is okay to stop for some time. And you do have to consider it as a hobby than a job, because while there are many YouTubers that do YouTube full time, they make money out of it. I think with a hobby that was very present to now stop, that's totally fine. You can come back and make videos at a very comfortable pace. Just don't rush yourself. Don't force yourself. And personal things like your mental health do come first. And it's always for me to be very crucial to still be very consistent with your viewers and YouTube as well. But personal things need to be addressed privately into your own hands than just making videos for the sake of videos. So it is okay to take a break there, Ryan. And if any of you guys and anybody who suffer with mental health, do not hesitate or worry whatsoever to address your difficulties to anybody. And you are not alone with this. Thankfully, I don't suffer with mental health, but I have some friends who do, and they deserve a lot of the love with the best amounts of care and respect as possible. They are as important. They are as really, really common to get a lot of interaction with, but for the better, the best way possible. So that's all I would say on that. Blackwater Rust, Megadeth, Razor, and Sodom, or Sodom, whatever, are my favourite thrash bands. Some neat choices. Havoc's Time Is Up is my favourite thrash metal album ever. That's great. Time Is Up is one of the best thrash albums of the last decade. Midnight Social, Love Some Municipal Waste for modern thrash, or Anthrax, as they are underrated. I agree, in your opinion. They are the most underrated band out of the big four. Boontar Jones must get some sleep now for work tonight. Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you here, Boontar. And hope you are much better, by the way. Get some sleep, get some more of your positivity, and hope you will be in a better state, mentally and physically. And share some love to Boontar Jones, please, guys. I know some of you, or maybe all of you, may not know him, but since he's a friend of mine on Twitch, give him some support. Be Mindful and Wise at Blackwater Rust. Razor is a band I need to check out. Sodom and Megadeth are great choices. Yeah, I do know some Sodom or Sodom. Whatever. Pronunciation may be key, but sometimes can't be bothered to find out the pronunciations of any word correctly. Although I know a lot. Unless there are some in a different language that I do not know what the fuck it's meant to be pronounced. Supermetal 1993, I'm going to shoot, but massive love, brother. We'll have a catch-up sometime soon. Take care, guys. Stay metal. Thank you very much, Ryan, for tuning into the stream. and much love to you. You are an inspiration as well. And Ryan's been a favorite YouTuber of mine since close to 10 years, which is absolutely mental. But anyways, guys, like I said, check out Super Metal 1993. Subscribe to his channel. When he's going to come back on YouTube, give him a lot of attention. And I think he's one of my favorite people to hang out on Facebook and talk to. We actually did a very, very old collaborative review together when Point Five The Grey chapter came out, and I was overhyping it. So yeah, Super Metal 1993, you are a legend, buddy, and you deserve the best love. Sedition Through Scorns. Thrash is definitely hit or miss, but I like the more proggy and blackened thrash bands like Vector, Destroyer 666, Nocturnal, Graves, Toxic Holocaust, Warbringer, just traditional thrash. That's fair enough. Blackwater Rust, Razor is great shit. Speaking of thrash, I can't wait for new Voivod. I have heard a lot of great things about Voivod. Excuse me. I believe they're Canadian thrash metal band. And some of their album covers look very cool. I will actually gonna be diving into Voivod. Be Mindful and Wise, I can't wait for the new Voivod as well. Blackwater Rust, again, Super Metal 1993, I'll check out. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed at all, Blackwater Rust. Have you checked out Cradle of Filth's new album, Existence is Futile? Well, I actually didn't yet. But that album's mentioned in the latest video. I will stop saying and repeating myself on that same shameless plug. But, yeah, the new Cradle of Filth album was a record that I didn't check out all the way through because I was listening to many other new albums, and that was like moved away for me very strangely. Not that it's a bad thing, but I was in the middle of being very busy outside of YouTube and besides just doing other videos. So that's really the reason. So there you go. Right, so it is less than a minute to 8:30 in the evening where I am at, guys. And thank you very much to viewers of Sedition Through Scorns, Blackwater Rust, Be Mindful and Wise, Guitar Storms, and as well as Boontar Jones, and Bergie, to Super Metal 1993, Gothic Gamer 666, and Midnight Social for popping into the stream and watching, and also to Pair of Jeans Reviews. Shout out to him once again. What subgenres of metal and music do you feel needs to be appreciated more, and what others? Like examples, shoegaze, folk, ambient, avant-garde, etc. I'm curious to know your stance on it. I am a big fan of a lot of those genres you've mentioned. Subgenres of metal, I personally think that some subgenres of metal need to be appreciated more is I would say some more progressive metal, because progressive metal is a genre that to me is artistic, but what I think that some people don't understand is that they think that prog metal is just all got to do with a shit ton of improvisation and a lot of very pretentious ways of metal playing and shredding. But that's, while it is a big part of prog, but that's not the big point why I love prog. For prog metal, it really does have to go into a lot of admiration and um, the virtuosity that it needs to be deserved a lot better for attention. Like Mastodon. Mastodon being my favourite prog metal band for those particular reasons. Same with others that will say that same thing about Opeth to Porcupine Tree, Between the Buried and Me. I love prog metal where it has either a story or a big artistic expression that has to resonate in a ton of adventurous and melodic ways imaginable than people criticizing it for just being very typical and repetitive. It's something that I do think about. And with a band like Dream Theater being a big example that a load of people do hate because of the pretentiousness, as I've addressed. But I think that Dream Theater is. Um, Sorry about this, guys. I think that Dream Theater is a band where they do get targeted into that type of similarity than any other prog band. Well, that's a very good question there. If any of you guys want to answer Sedition's question, please feel free to do so. Killing Technology is a classic thrash album by Voivod. I have heard that that's known as maybe their best album, Blackwater Rust. Gothic Gamer 666, you're such a good YouTuber. I watch your album reviews whilst I'm in a car or on the way to McDonald's in drive-thru. Thank you so much, Gothic Gamer. You did not need to say that, but it really means a lot. And Gothic Gamer 666, that reminds me of some other person on Twitch. I don't know if that is the same person as you or somebody else. Apologies if I'm miscorrecting myself. Be Mindful and Wise at Blackwater Rust. That album is amazing. Dimension, Hatros, and Nothing Face are great albums too. Progressive metal, Sedition Through Scorns, as he says, is definitely a genre that has to be more digested since it is probably the most recognizable, consistent, and characteristic style of music pretty much ever. I would say you're not wrong there, mate. Be Mindful and Wise, Mastodon's Hushed and Grim was their best since Crack the Sky, in my opinion. I will wholeheartedly agree. But I am a fan of Once More Round the Sun. I really do quite love some of that album too. But yeah, Hushed and Grim, maybe their most ambitious album since Crack the Sky. Blackwater Rust, Crack the Sky is one of the greatest albums ever. I could go on about Crack the Sky, hands fucking down, because there is going to be a Crack the Sky review with somebody who you may have seen before, but I will not say it. And please don't guess. Please don't guess, guys. Just keep it a secret. I'll have to do my Blood Mountain review first. That's the next Mastodon review to do. Crack the Sky belongs there with Blackwater Park. I actually think that Blackwater Park is not Opeth's best album. I don't agree, actually. Into that type of context of Opeth albums. I don't think Blackwater Park is, to me, my favourite at the moment. My favourite Opeth album at the moment is Deliverance. Or maybe I could possibly pick Still Life above Blackwater Park. I'll have to replay those albums. Sedition again. Any artists you wish you would have you wish you would return? Goodness sakes, brain. Return to make a new album. For me, I have to say 3 Inches of Blood, Agalloch, and Strapping Young Lad, etc. I would agree for Agalloch. I was so disappointed and gutted when they split. And yeah, Strapping Young Lad, I will say I would agree there. But Devin Townsend's moved on from Strapping Young Lad, which is totally understandable. But, excuse me. I wish that Nail Bomb would make a new album. I know it's a side project from Cavalera and Newport, but I've been at a bit of an Opeth. I've been at a bit of a Nail Bomb phase lately. Opeth. I've been listening to them since a few months. Sorry for that brain fart, guys. Be Mindful and Wise, Blood Mountain would be my favourite, but Leviathan and Crack the Sky come very close. Same thing for me. Sedition, I always consider Still Life or My Arms Your Hearse being Opeth's finest albums. My Arms is a very, very good album. Still Life would be my favourite Opeth album, but Blackwater Park is my second favourite. That's a very good selection of choice there. Blackwater Rust, Watershed is actually my favourite Opeth record. Their first prog rock sounding album. That's really, really good. But I think the drum sound is a little weak. The drum sound on Deliverance is brilliant. And I know that Steven Wilson has done a lot of the works on those 2 albums alone, as I did watch the making of documentary on those 2 records. Very fascinating. Great documentary. For those that have seen that, I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. But yeah, almost 20 minutes until I am going to be ending the stream, guys. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? Midnight Social says. My plans for New Year's Eve, basically just to relax and be in a very positive mental attitude state as comfortably as I can, and be with the family. And hopefully that 2022 will be so much better for me, mentally, physically, productively as well. I used to really like Senjutsu, but now I think I just think it's okay. And I still think The Final Frontier and The Book of Souls are better. I think that The Final Frontier is very underrated. I think I gave it a 7 or 7.5 out of 10 in my review. Senjutsu, to me, is not the album of the year. And I think it's a bit overrated for people overhyping it that much. I will put it in the middle. If I would have re-ranked Iron Maiden's discography, I would have put Senjutsu in the middle. Ryan, what's up, mate? Hope you are doing well. I'm actually going to end the stream in about 20 minutes, but thank you very much for tuning in. Sedition Through Scorns. I don't know if this being asked before, but what record label in the metal world have grown to appreciate your respect and admiration to buy vinyls or hard physical copies of music? I don't think you've asked me that before, Jake. But I think Metal Blade Records is absolutely one of them. Metal Blade Records is one of my favourite record labels of all time. And I also think that the Relapse Records label's brilliant. I've just bought the last few Slayer CDs. that I was missing from my collection. So looking forward to giving those a spin. Do you have a favorite album by them? As very obvious it sounds, it is Rain in Blood, but I do love South of Heaven as well. Seasons in the Abyss is a very strong one too. Personally, though, I think Slayer went downhill after Divine Intervention. Just my opinion. I think Divine Intervention is the last strong Slayer album. Ryan was watching Die Hard 2 with my family. Sorry for the late attendance. Do not be sorry. Don't be sorry, Ryan. Hope you had a great Christmas as well. Be mindful and wise. Are you a fan of the Ramones? I actually really do like a lot of the Ramones. They are a great punk rock band. Classic stuff. You know, like Stooges to Sex Pistols, Black Flag, all that good shit. So, I have been on for over an hour and 40 minutes. And like I said, guys, I am so sorry about the whole lagging issue thing. It's never happened to me before. Hang on one sec. Does this work? No, it doesn't actually. Fuck's sake. Blackwater Rust does not like Slayer. That's totally fine. What did you get for Christmas? Any more good albums? Ryan. Hang on a minute. Stop fucking lagging. NoFX is another really good punk band. They're more pop punk to me. I don't like the new album very much though. Ryan, sorry. I have shown my random piles of albums I did get for my birthday, for Christmas, and from earlier today. So if you want to check that out, you can scroll right back to the start of the stream. Well, I know I've just said that now because after the stream's done, what I've just said now would be absolutely pointless. For those that were here at the start. Yeah. Blackwater Rust, Hell Awaits is my favourite. That's a very good album. Besides Show No Mercy, and that's about it. I don't like anything else by Slayer, Lamau. That's fine. That's fair enough by me, Blackwater Rust. That's awesome, dude. Got a new Sony over-ear headphones. That is really cool. I need to actually buy wireless headphones, you know, like the ones where you connect to Bluetooth and you listen to music, because one of my previous phones used to have a headphone jack so that I would put in my headphones with my phone and listen to music while I'm out. Sedition Through Scorns, another question. Do you have a particular favorite instrument in music that makes you feel connected in hearing such wonderful soundscapes? Like, for example, hurdy-gurdy, flutes, saxophones, etc. I love saxophones, but I would have to say synthesizers. Synthesizers with the ambient experimental scene. Well, since you've mentioned saxophones, I do love jazz and jazz fusion. Be mindful and wise. Have you ever collected cassettes? I do have some. Actually, the latest one I did purchase on the website to celebrate the 20th anniversary is the cassette for Slipknots Iowa. This is like a reproduction of the original version because it turned 20 back in August. So haven't played this yet, and to be honest, I don't really think I should be collecting a lot because I don't really I don't really cassette. I don't really collect cassettes very well. I'll show you what this looks like. So here's the front. The back is the track listing. So side 1 is from 515 to 515 to The Shape, and side 2 is from I Am Hated to Iowa. 9 tracks on side 1 and 5 tracks on side 2. The other side, as I go through this with you all, shows all the lyrics on this side. And the other various artworks, like you will see through vinyl and CD pressings. I doubt that YouTube will catch me for that, because there are some pretty graphic stuff, especially on the teasers for the 10th anniversary editions on Iowa. Anyway, yeah, that is my latest cassette. But really, for me, I'm not an avid collector for collecting a lot of cassettes. But it's fair enough for me. One sec, guys. YouTube, will you stop putting a lot of the comments from my friends held for review because of some provocative stuff? I will get to the comments, guys. One sec. There you go. So, Sedition Through Scorns. Steal This album by System of a Down will be 20 in 2022. That's right. So I think it will be it'd be a great time revisiting this record, and I really do think it's their most underrated and appreciated record in the band's catalogue. That is my second favourite Mastodon, fuck's sake. My second favourite System of a Down album. And I think it does have some of their best tracks. Be Mindful and Wise, are you a fan of Butthole Surfers? I actually like a bit of Butthole Surfers, to be honest with you. Pretty challenging, but, you know, I really do like some stuff like that. And again, System of a Down, still, this album is quite underrated from Be Mindful and Wise. Ryan, my dad collected cassettes, but they were based on Indian music styles, such as folk, Bhangra, and movie soundtracks. It's cool you're collecting cassettes. I think that cassettes are cool for collectible choices, not to play them though, because I'm more of a vinyl and CD person. So, yeah, I don't have a lot as much as the collections that I have on other physical media. But having said that, yeah, it was something pretty cool. That's how I started my musical journey. I grew up in a Punjabi household. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Midnight Social, any goals or plans for your channel in 2022, my friend? My plans for myself outside of YouTube is to be a lot more active and go into a bit of that weight loss, and also write as many music as I can for Hard Graft, being my band, and be in that mental positive aspect of emotion, and to really fulfill myself back up to scratch. For YouTube, I think for YouTube, I would like to do some more collaborative videos with some more special guests, some new people, and some more with the regular folk. I am going to be doing some album reviews on classic albums revisited a lot more, and requested albums. I would actually like to also start in reviewing new albums in different genres than just rock and metal, because I love other genres as well. And I know that's like what the needle drop does, but I'm like very versatile, like Anthony Fantano. So it's not that I'm copying, but it just depends on who I want to listen to and what intrigues me than just rock and metal. That's all. Um, so yeah, and also more vlogs. The Holy Vlogfest segment, because I've not done that a lot too. Um, hang on, what the fuck? Fucking YouTube. Sorry about this, guys. It says you're live. I've been live. You fucking dick. Sorry about that, guys. I was gonna say, my meditation video. I was gonna do it this year, but I have to do that one at some point too. Um, yeah, that's personally it. Personally it for my goals for myself and for YouTube as well as some more live streams. Um, can't wait for 2022. It's going to be awesome. I'm currently making my third album. I wish you all the best, Ryan. Sounds awesome. I've made two albums during the pandemic and it was the best decision I've ever made. That's another thing. You all need to do what makes you happy to distract yourself for the better outside of the negativity and what's been going around mentally around the world. Because with the turmoil that I did go through, and many of us did go through, it really did put us at the wrong side. And we need to keep going, keep being very busy, and work at it to grow what we want to make. Be mindful and wise. What band would you like uh, to make a comeback? For me, it would be the Dillinger Escape Plan. Are there rumors that they are going to be coming back? Maybe they're coming back. I've heard about something. Dillinger Escape Plan could be cool. I have heard about that band. I know some tracks from the One of Us is the Killer record, but bands for me to make a comeback, I'm not very sure. It would have been Strapping Young Lad, but it's really all down to Devin. Oh, Rammstein are releasing a new album in the new year. Totally forgot about that. Before comeback. No idea. Absolutely no idea. It would have been Oasis. That is, if the Gallagher brothers are back together as brothers first. That's just a random choice. Devin Townsend has a new album coming out in March as well. Yes, a Light Work. Light Work is going to be, hopefully, going to be a very good follow up to Empath, besides the Puzzle and the Snuggles albums. Okay, guys, so 5 minutes left until I will be wrapping the stream up. And I said this before, and I'll say this one last time. Sorry about the lagging onto the picture quality, but the audio quality has been very good. And thank you very much for staying with me to enjoy the stream for what it is. The very last stream of the year, and as well as I am going to be doing the other videos of what I love to do, and a ton of interaction will still be very consistent for all of you guys. I think I'll be leaving the stream. It was fun discussing music with you, Greg, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. be mindful and wise. Aiden, dude, I apologize, but we'll have to leave in 5 minutes. I'm doing very well, Aiden. Uh, the anniversary of the tragic passing of the amazing Finnish singer, legendary metal guitarist Alexei from Children of Bodom and Synergy. Wow. Alexei from Children of Bodom, very talented, great guitar player. Hope you are well too, as I've said. Midnight Social, have a good new year and even better 2022. Thank you very much, Midnight Social. Craig, no, dude, another one that just came in very late. I'm about to wrap it up. Did you wait a new Korn album, Requiem? I am still waiting for the new Korn album. It's not going to be out until February. But I am a bit underwhelmed with Start the Healing a little bit. Gothic Gamer 666, Happy New Year to you, and I can't wait for 2022. It will be my year. It will be your year indeed, and I hope it will be a blast. Thank you. I will join you earlier next time. So sorry, mate. Don't be sorry, but I did mention about the live stream on the community section page on my channel, and as well as my very quick half an hour prior to the start of the stream post on my Instagram story. Sedition through Scorns. Always been a blast seeing your live streams. Thanks for what you do and create on the platform. Always welcomed to talk to me about music and such if you ever need to distract yourself. Thank you very much, Jake. And Sedition through Scorns, guys, he has a website of his own, and you need to check his own website out. Jake, you can post the link to the chat if you want so that they will see your work. He's just like me, guys. He's done a ton of album reviews, but on his main website, he is also a journalist. He's interviewed some of his favorite bands and musicians of all time, and he definitely deserves a lot more of his own credibility. So yeah, definitely have a look at Jake's website, guys, and as well as follow him on Instagram too. In your city, have a cold on Happy New Year holidays. Wait, what? In your city, have a cold on a Happy New Year holidays? I don't understand what that means, Craig. You may have to explain it a bit better. Because I'm trying to understand that. It's a little bit all over the place for me. So I'll wait until that will be corrected. So for those that have just tuned in, I do think that it's still a wonderful aspect that you guys have been awesome to really support the channel for what I do and to make you feel involved with me at what I love to talk about and share on any conversation at all. It's not just only about music and topics about music. It's just that you guys are being you. You are being you, and we can all just be together. Not like as a community, but as just like as just a bunch of people that we are here for each other. And that's what really this stream and with others I've done are all about. Cold on Happy New Year holidays. I am about weather. The weather, Craig, I accept your apology. The weather has been cold for this type of season. And we rarely get any snow lately, and it's just been very mild, misty, foggy. But yeah, so that's all I would have to say on that. Jake, if you're still here, may the chat see the link to your website by opening up a separate tab and copy and paste the link to the chat before any of you guys are going to leave. While I would be ending the stream. But anyways, guys, it's 2 hours into the stream, and apologies for the turnout, for the lagging, as I've said. But thank you guys so much. Thank you very much for participating in the stream, and let's hope that 2022 will be a blast for all of you guys, for every single one of you. And whenever you want to chat with me on anything on a live stream, please do come and have a chat, because we are all open here. We are as open, as free in any opinion and expression, and just be true to yourselves as well. There's too much negativity and mentality in the world right now, and as well as the internet, and you guys all deserve to have a lot of the best hopes of positivity and adrenaline to do what you love to do and what makes you happy right from the start. And do not give up. Don't give up on what you love. You have a gift. You have a gift of what you really want, and you have the power to achieve it. So I'm still awaiting for Jake for the link to his website, just to give Sedition Through Scorns another plug. But if he's not doing that right now, then that's no problem whatsoever. Just gonna have a look at a bit of the other links. If he's doing that, I'm gonna be watching some Twitch streamers right at the end of this stream. My Twitch username is the Strong Boys 19, and I am still very curious for me to maybe trying out an attempt of doing a debut stream on Twitch, but it won't be like a massive big thing that I would forget any of you guys, any of you, for YouTube streaming at all. Seems the link ain't working on the YouTube chat. Well, you could type in you could just type in the name, then send in the link, Jake. Apologies that it's a very big pain in the ass for you. So yeah, basically, guys, it's a wrap. I've shown the albums that I've displayed from the first points of the stream to hanging out with you all. Some great surprises, from Pair of Jeans reviews to Super Metal 1993 and Sedition Through Scorns once again. Metal Purgatory Media is my website. There you go, guys. Go and check out Metal Purgatory Media for the reviews and work. A lot of effort has been put onto that website. So, with that being said, have a very happy new year. I will be making the usual stuff, but to change things slightly, not too drastically, but to add a lot more variety in the content as much as possible. Besides that, I will be very, very busy outside of YouTube, so much more. And I can do all I can to keep this channel up and running. So, that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching, for streaming, and subscribing, liking, commenting. Hang on a minute. What the fuck? There you go. For fuck's sakes, YouTube, will you stop being a bastard? Disconnecting the chat right at this fucking end. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing and commenting on my videos. Share the stream around to anybody, and much love to you all. I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.